Are you ready, Ben? I'd like to call the Washington County Planning Agency meeting for the month of July to order. All agents are present, also our county attorney and Pam from the planning agents. Planning department, because I should say that, planning department.
They are GML 239 referrals. There are two. There were three on the agenda that was issued, but one was withdrawn, the one for the Village of Fort Edward amendment to political law. So the first one today is a project under the Town of Kingsbury Zoning Board of Appeals consideration for the granting of a use variance. And the applicant is
Experience in there.
use.
It's a area.
Oh. Use. Mistake on the agenda. It's
No problem.
Oh wait, mine says use. Yours says use. You must have corrected it at some point in my iterations here. Alright. So it's applicant is Frederick and Corinna Noki Strasberg, 840 County Route 41. Project is a wedding venue, and the purpose of the GML review today is that the project is 500 feet of New York State County Route 41 and Ag District number 7. And the brief description: this the wedding venue is a converted barn and permitted as a home occupation or accessory use. And this is they offer a comparison to a use variance application granted in 2004 for 1925 farm. And so a lot of the details in the application include information about that. But application to the ZBA.
This point asking forgiveness and so sort of.
So it's not clear to me. What is it they're asking for? What is it they're doing? What is it they want to do? And why do they need it?
Because they apparently have been using the barn and a portion of their house as a private suite for the past 4 to 5 years, it looks like.
Okay,
And the town apparently issued a code violation saying that they were in violation of the code because they didn't have a permit. Their attorney is making the argument that they think the use was permitted anyway, but if it wasn't, please give us a permit to do it.
okay. Well, that's a valid argument if they thought it was. And now they're willing to correct it since they've been told it wasn't. Correct?
That's the way I look at it.
I mean, they actually, you could say they were clean in the sense that they didn't realize they were in violation. And the minute they were notified, they want to correct it. Upstanding.
Ignorance of the law does not excuse you. That's one of our issues with zoning.
Yes,
Um,
as you know, zoning in this county is a 4-letter.
sure.
Okay, so how do we want to go forward with it?
But I would say, in my opinion, this doesn't really have any county-wide impacts. If their neighbors are okay with it, they're not having noise complaints here. Traffic's not, if there hasn't been any complaints related to traffic and noise and whatnot. What I would say regarding the legality of a use variance is that this board needs to really look at the requirements of the strict scrutiny test and really establish their findings, because as it stands, this application that was submitted to the board, which is their decision, does not pass the strict scrutiny test required in New York State to grant a use variance. I make a motion of no countywide impacts with those comments related to procedure.
I'll second that.
And the comment for to look at requirements of the strict scrutiny test of New York State
For use variance.
for use.
Right, so area variances, we use a balancing test, use variances is strict scrutiny, they have to meet all the requirements of that, of the application.
And prove financial burden, like
Right.
prove the burden of proof is on the app.
Yes, and they are supposed to submit documents showing that pro forma or something, which doesn't seem to be in this packet, but we may not have provided. So,
Any further discussion on the matter? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Moving on,
Oh, who seconded? Did you second?
Tim seconded it.
Sorry. Alright, moving on. The second project today is under the Village of Port Edward Planning Board considerations for site plan review. The applicant has Owen of Luxury Kitchen and Bath. With a proposed project for 128 Broadway, which is for a chicken. A
It could be
kitchen.
chickens, depending on, if you want to demonstrate the kitchen.
Kitchen and bath showroom and store. And the purpose of the GMO review is 500 feet of New York State Route 4 and 197, and the boundary of state-owned land containing state recreation area, which would be the yacht basin area. This is a main street location, and they provided sketch plan. I did ask to make sure that they didn't have one. But they did provide a picture of the location. Right next to the post office, next to the hairdresser and barber now.
and they're not changing the exterior or anything.
They didn't,
Yeah.
I asked about a sign.
Oh, yeah, well. It's gonna be a window sign.
Now, what was it previously? This
Well,
building,
so this is a relatively new owner, who wants to keep. Let me answer your question, who wants to keep the storefronts occupied. But prior to this proposal, it was a smoke shop and that went out of business.
well, what I don't understand, and I'm always confused anyways. If it's a business to begin with, why did they need this to, change it to a different business?
That's the local regulations and that's what was decided at the local level. And since they decided to pursue it through a site plan, it needed to be referred to us. But if they were to just, if it was something else, if it was a simple business permit or something else, we may not see it, but it just, that's because of the local regulations.
Huh. I wonder why they're struggling down there. I'll move it. Be a local concern. Hearing no second, that motion, I'll fail it.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded, discussion. Hearing no discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, carried. Wow, for a minute, I thought I screwed up there.
Sorry, I'm not used
to you
making the motion.
Well, I mean, why drag it out if you can get it clear in my mind, everybody else has it clear.
So noted.
So this concludes the Hamilton 39 agenda. A couple of notices came in from the HA. One is for a general permit order certificate for the town of Dresden to authorize the modification of existing wireless town or base station that meets the definition of eligible facilities request. So the conditions were they were modified. And then the other is an application we received, the town of Putnam, for a 2-lot subdivision involving wetlands and construction of a single family dwelling. We also received, the agenda formally, but just brought here. Received it in my office. So secret notice of intent to serve as the entered agency, and it was from the town of Hoosick, so it's Orange County. Notification of a single type 1, a comprehensive plan. And that's this one. the Whitehall, I think it was just,
Now,
I don't know, if I don't have it, then it's not here. It was,
Is the other idea?
no, it's not, no, it's the town of Whitehall and a notification that they were going for water infrastructure. For years.
question, Pam, the fire tower. Well, that fire tower, just call it the, what is it? T-Mobile. The upgrade on the tower in the town of Dresden. Is that fall under, Washington County Code Enforcement purview?
I don't think so, I think it was just under the APA.
Well, no, what I meant was. Charlie's here, so I'm gonna ask the question. Do you have your own code enforcement or use county?
We have no code. Building over a sewer.
So who'd get FSU's building permit?
I sign up on LRCC 1 and then sign up on the LRCC 2, which is.
So who does the inspections of a house?
County.
Oh, so you are under county code enforcement?
We're under county, but yes.
Yes, that's where I'll head with it. Well, I made an issue. Several years ago, that I thought that the county should pass legislation. You weren't legal counsel then.
Well, I wasn't the lead legal counsel.
There, that's what I meant.
Unless it was before
I'm
I
glad
got here
you-
in the late nineties.
I didn't mean to step on your toes with that statement. My point is, the county, our county passed, an ordinance that if you were gonna do any upgrades on the cell tower, you needed to get a building permit. Because the state says towers are exempt, along with solar farms are exempt. So there is no permit fee collected. Yet, we have to track it. And the best way of tracking it is through code enforcement, knowing that there's an upgrade, so the assessor can do his appropriate work on the assessed value of the tower. And this is a prime example. I mean, if it didn't come here with any kind of comment, we wouldn't even know there was an upgrade. And why not? Why not pass that and collect the fee? I think we get $8,000 or $10,000 anytime a company touches one of those cell towers for, they have to go through the seeker process. But we have to track it all, so we have to collect the fee. County's doing all this for nothing. And that's irritating to me because was over $300,000 shortfall in the budget for county code enforcement.
I'll have to look into it. I don't know, especially with things being covered and exempted by the state. If there is I guess it's a supremacy issue. I'm missing the word I want to use, but preemption issues, because that's what I want to say.
Well, when we researched it, it was if the town wanted to require a permit, we had to pass legislation, we could do it.
Then I guess the second question would be if the county did it, that then supersede towns that don't use county. Because if it's countywide regulation, it's not gonna be just where the county does code enforcement.
Right. But if you county passes it, it doesn't impact my town because we have our own code.
Well, you could make the argument they'd have to pay a county fee and a town fee at that point. It's kind of sort of the same
Well, it
situation.
could be
We're
an
trying to
argument.
it's the same situation we're kind of trying to figure out now with short-term rental since Fort Ann already has. it.
Yeah.
So that's,
But that's not a good enough excuse not to do it.
I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. As I said, I gotta research. I'm just saying off the top of my head that
Yeah.
there could be an issue, one or two. Not saying they're.
A good point. I'm not gonna dispute that point. But I really feel that this is something that needs to be addressed, and we have public safety this afternoon. Or this morning, late morning, and I won't be here. Good morning, John. So I'm hoping that we could get a little dialogue started on it.
Sure.
Is there anything else to bring before the planning agency? Then I declare this meeting adjourned.